Hello and welcome to another session on Cosmic Torch. In this session, I'm going to give you a shortcut, a quick way to identify if one has multiple marriages. Sometimes it so happens that the disputes between husband and wife go on for a long period of time, and they wish to know whether they would continue this way for the rest of their life or they have a separation, followed by which they could have a relationship, another marriage. So, a quick way to identify whether there are multiple marriages in the horoscope or not, and an effective way, I'm going to share today. So, I will take the example of this chart. Okay, this is the horoscope of an individual born on 19th of May 1918 at 0034 minutes. So, you can see this is a Kumbha Lagna chart, and it is Mithuna Rashi. Generally, in Vedic astrology, if you see Venus in a dual sign, that is an indication that the individual will have more than one relationship. You cannot say whether it is a legal bonding or not 100% with that information. In fact, astrology was there even before the society was formed. So the definition of marriage kept on changing. So what these planets show you is actually a long-term relationship where two individuals come together and decide to start a family. So that is the Vedic astrology part where you just look at Venus, its placement, and then you get an idea that this individual will have more than one relationship. But a more accurate method is taking the Krishnamurti Paddhati into consideration. So for that, the first thing that you have to do is you have to look at this table. This table shows you the ownership of different cusps. Okay, the first cusp, second cusp, third cusp, and so on. So this shows you in which sign you have the first cusp falling, the second, third, fourth, in respect to the respective signs of the cusps. And then the Rasi Lord, the Star Lord, the Sub Lord, and the Sub Lord. So what you have to look at is, first thing that you have to do after you open a chart is look at the seventh cuspal sublord. The first thing that you should do is in the sublord list, look at the seventh cusp. Who is the sublord of the seventh cusp? You identify that. Once you identify the seventh cuspal sublord, you see where this is placed. The seventh cuspal sublord moon is placed in Gemini, which is a dual sign. This is the first point. Unless the seventh cuspal sublord is present in a dual sign, the chance for multiple marriages doesn't arise. So if I just change this, if I change this time to 0054, let us see what is going to update the chart. Okay. Now, the seventh cuspal sublord is Saturn, and Saturn is sitting in a fixed sign. So, if the time of birth given by this individual is 0054, then this person cannot have multiple marriages. It's not possible. And if you know a person who already has divorced or got divorced and has married for a second time, as an example, you can take their chart also and study. So going back, so now let me change this to 0030. Tell you what happens. Okay, if I change it to 0030, the seventh cuspal sublord is Venus, which is also in Gemini dual sign. But how do I decide that it is not 0030 and 0034? Because the seventh cuspal sublord should also be a significator of marriage. When you look at Venus and Moon, you go to this show KP significators, you can see Venus is not signifying marriage. It is a significator of the sixth house, which is a negation of marriage. 5, this is for love. This signifies love, but there's no marriage there. 4 and 9, none of these signify marriage. So Venus cannot be the seventh cuspal sublord. The seventh cuspal sublord should also signify marriage. So now look at Moon. Moon has 7 to 11. Of course, 5 and 6 are also there, but it is a significator of 2, 7, and 11. So Moon will allow marriage to take place, but also at the same time, because it is present in the dual sign, it will break the marriage and give another relationship. So the first thing that you must do as soon as you open the chart is look at the seventh cuspal sublord, locate its position. If it is present in a dual sign and it signifies marriage, if it is a significator of marriage, then you can decide that this individual will have a divorce followed by another marriage. So this is how you identify accurately and in a short time. Do comment in the comment box if you like this video.